Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Millennium TV Headline News. This is Ishra Jahan with the top stories. Nearly 80 dead in India temple fire. Residents return to Ramadi, Syria. A royal visit to India in Diana's footsteps. Ministers visit gripped migrant camp. Royals after condolences to India fire victims. Obama's weekly address playing by the same rules. Viewers, now the detail. Almost 80 people were killed and more than 200 injured when a fireworks display ignited a stockpile of additional fireworks at a temple in Kerala. Bulldozers worked to clear rubble from a collapsed temple in southern India. Almost 80 people were killed and more than 200 injured in an overnight explosion during a fireworks display in Kerala. Officials said the injured were being treated at local hospitals.
We are giving all support to the injured people. Here at about 83 injured people are admitted in the Trivandrum Medical College.
The blaze started during a fireworks display for the Hindu New Year when one of the crackers landed on a shed containing a stockpile of additional fireworks. Thousands of people had been packed into the temple and the narrow streets surrounding it. Local politicians said the temple didn't have permission to carry out the fireworks display or to store the fireworks. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said he'd be flying to the temple site later on Sunday.
Thousands of families have started returning to Ramadi in Syria several months after Islamic State militants were driven out. Tribal sheikhs lead groups of Iraqi families returning to the city of Ramadi, singing "God is great." They hope to encourage more people to return home. It's been several months since Iraqi troops backed by the U.S. forces drove out Islamic State militants. Residents couldn't return as streets and buildings were booby-trapped with bombs. Ramadi was touted as the first major success for Iraq's army since it collapsed in the face of Islamic State's advance across the country. Nearly 500,000 people had fled their homes in the city. A day to remember those who are gone and play with those who are alive in Britain's Duke and Duchess of Cambridge launched week-long tour of India, culminating in trip to the Taj Mahal. Their first day at a week-long tour of India started off on a somber note as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge paid tribute to the victims of the 2008 Mumbai attack. The royal couple left a handwritten note describing the more than 160 people were killed at the iconic Taj Mahal Palace Hotel at senseless atrocities. They took a turn to the city with a visit with the slums of Mumbai, where they played soccer and cricket with unprivileged youth. Indian cricket star Sachin Tendulkar says their presence meant the world to the children.
What a fantastic experience it was to meet the Duke and the Duchess, and a remarkable couple. Made us feel so comfortable and really humble, very, very simple. And the causes, noble causes that they are supporting all over the world. I think that shows what kind of heart they have, and they feel for less fortunate ones.
Prince William and Kate Middleton's tour brings back the memory of William's late mother, Princess Diana, adored by many in India. While they are due to meet with Bollywood stars and have a lunch with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they will round out their trip paying tribute at the Taj Mahal. It's a place Prince Charles has avoided in recent years, but the royal couple are reported to have said they cannot wait to see it.
EU ministers visit a migrant camp in Greece and say they are confident the EU-Turkey deal will improve soon. Ministers from France, Italy and Netherlands and other EU countries tour a migrant reception center in Greece Saturday. They were there to access the progress of an EU plan to stem the influx of migrants into Europe. The controversial deal will see all the migrants who entered Greece illegally after March 20th and who did not apply for asylum turn to Turkey. The EU will give them Turkey money and visa-free travel and will progress in the EU membership negotiations. Greek officials have said the program needs about 1 or 2 weeks before the real results are seen.
This particular center houses some 1,600 people. About half are children. Dutch Foreign Minister Bert Koenders said he's relatively optimistic about the plan's success.
It's difficult for all the people here because, of course, they still have to wait for the asylum procedure, but everybody gets one, so that is, I think, very positive.
The ministers are scheduled to visit Turkey later on Sunday.
Prince William and his wife Kate offered their condolences to the victims of a massive temple fire in India's southern state of Kerala. British royal couple Prince William and his wife Kate started off their weekend tour of India on a more serious note during a Bollywood story in Mumbai Sunday evening. Prince William turned his attention away from the evening's pomp and circumstances to a fire at a Hindu temple in Kerala state that left at least 100 dead.
Before I begin, Catherine and I would like to offer our condolences to all those affected by the terrible fire at the temple in Kollam.
More than 380 were injured in a blaze that saw thousands packed into a temple for a fireworks display to usher in a local Hindu New Year.
In this week's address, the president highlighted two specific steps the administration took this week to make sure everyone plays by the same rules.
Hi, everybody. Over the past 7 years, we haven't just been recovering from crisis. We've been rebuilding our economy on a new foundation for growth. Growth that benefits everybody, not just folks at the top. Our businesses have created jobs for 73 straight months, 14.4 million new jobs in all. We've covered another 20 million Americans with health insurance. We've helped more Americans afford college and invested in industries that create good jobs that pay well, like clean energy, and wages are finally rising again. But there will always be more work to do, and this week my administration took two big steps that will help make sure your hard work is rewarded and that everybody plays by the same rules. First, we're helping more Americans retire with security and dignity. Right now, if you go to a retirement advisor for investment advice, some of them don't have to act in your best interest. Instead of telling you the best way to save your hard-earned money, these advisors can get backdoor payments from big companies for steering you toward investments that cost more and earn you less. As a result, when you retire, you might be missing out on tens of thousands of dollars because your advisor got paid more to give you bad advice. If that seems wrong, that's because it is. And that's why the Department of Labor just finalized a rule to crack down on these kind of conflicts of interest. A lot of Wall Street special interests aren't very happy about it, but across the country, this new rule will boost working folks' retirement savings by billions of dollars a year, and it'll level the playing field for the many good advisors who do work in their clients' best interests. Second, the Treasury Department took action to crack down on big corporations that changed their address overseas after acquiring smaller companies in order to reduce their tax bill here at home. It's a loophole called corporate inversion, and it means that American companies can take advantage of American technology, America's infrastructure, America's workers, but then, when it comes to paying their fair share of taxes, suddenly claim they're not American companies after all. That's why this week, the Treasury Department made it more difficult for companies to exploit this loophole and stick the rest of us with the tab. Together, these steps build on the work we've already done to make our tax code fairer and consumer protections stronger. Because I believe that rather than double down on policies that allow a few at the top to play by their own rules, we should build an economy where everybody has a fair shot, everybody does their fair share, and everybody plays by the same set of rules. That's what this country is all about. That's what we've been working toward these past 7 years. And that's what I'm going to keep fighting for as long as I'm your president. Thanks, everybody, and have a great weekend.
Viewers, let's have a look at Millennium TV headline news recap. Nearly 80 dead in India temple fire. Residents return to Ramadi, Syria. A royal visit to India in Diana's footsteps. New ministers visit gripped migrant camp. Royals after condolences to India fire victims. Obama's weekly address playing by the same rules. You are up to date with the top stories so far here on Millennium TV, and don't forget to log into www.millenniumtv.net. Thank you and stay with Millennium TV. Allah Hafiz.